Hello, thanks for joining us. I hope you've had a good week. I'm Stuart Render, Awards Director with the Guild, and it is my pleasure to bring you details of the nominations for this year's BGTW International Tourism Awards, the ITA. So watch this video, read the descriptions of the nominations on the Guild website, and then vote for your favourites. The shortlist will be the result of your voting, so it's down to you. Find the nominated projects that you like and vote for them. It's as simple as that. A quick reminder though first, especially for new members and anyone else who may have forgotten. The ITA scheme recognises excellence in tourism projects from across the world, and it is very much the Guild's window on the world. For more than 40 years, the award scheme has given members the opportunity to nominate tourism projects that they visited on their travels, projects that they believe deserve wider acclaim. The projects that are nominated must have started or opened or been inaugurated within the last 3 years. To be precise, very precise, 1st of August 2023. Now there's one other important point to note. The member nominating the project must have visited the project. That's why they're passionate about it, and it's why they've nominated it. Now, at this stage in the process, we don't tell you the names of the members who've nominated projects, and the reason for that is simple. This voting stage is all about whether you feel a project is worthy of your vote, and absolutely nothing to do whether you like a fellow member's writing, blogging, broadcasting, or photography. Or perhaps whether they've tipped a drink over you by accident at a social event, and you still haven't quite forgiven them. Now, the names of the members whose projects make the shortlist will be revealed with the shortlist in September. There are 3 ITA categories: UK, Europe, not including the UK, and wider world. So as I say, once you've watched this video, I'm inviting you to vote for your favourite projects. You'll be able to pick your top 3 in each category and rank them first, second and third. And you'll do all of this on the Guild's website. Now, the closing date for voting, let me just check. Yes, Monday the 31st of August. So you have until the end of the month. The shortlist will be announced online and at a Guild social event on Friday the 11th of September in central London. The winners, of course, will be announced at the Guild's annual Gala Awards dinner, taking place at the Underglobe on London's South Bank, and that's on the 2nd of November. Have you got your tickets? Right, so let's find out which tourism projects have been nominated this year. I'll be announcing projects in alphabetical order. Members have written a 200-word explanation for their respective projects, and you can read those on the website. Here, right now, I'm just going to give you a summary. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. Well, we start with the category for Best UK Tourism Project, and we head to Northern Ireland. Gorta, Swathra's famine story, tells the story of Ireland's potato famine. This tourism project is based in the actual building where a village doctor served soup to those in desperate need in the mid-1800s. As the local restaurant owner, whose inspiration kick-started the project a few years ago, says, "No one was telling the story of the potato famine. We have an original famine pot. Gorta is a place of learning, keeping the story alive." Our second nomination in this category, we move to Leicester, where Jury's War Museum has recently completed a £17 million transformation, now telling more of the story of the Roman city. The centrepiece is the original Jury Wall itself, and the remains of the Roman bathhouse, which thanks to augmented reality can now be seen as it was 2,000 years ago. Up to North East England. You've probably heard of the outdoor spectacle that is Kinren, an epic tale of England. Well, now there's Kinren, the Storied Lands, the UK's first live-action show park combining large-scale live performances, immersive environments, conservation, heritage and storytelling across a series of spectacular daytime experiences. Continuing north, we find ourselves in Edinburgh, where the Lost Shore Surf Resort is home to Europe's largest inland wave pool and said by some to be the world's best surf park. Now it's down to London for the first of the capital's tourism projects to be nominated this year. The Museum of Homelessness, for many years homeless itself, has found a home in Finsbury Park in North London. It's the world's first museum dedicated to homelessness, taking direct action to support the homeless. Staying in London, Camden to be precise, and we have the Museum of Youth Culture, championing youth voices. It's a youth centre and location for many free events. Let's head west now to Poole in Dorset, where Poole Museum has reopened after a £10 million regeneration project. There are 6 new galleries across 5 floors, including finds from 3 protected shipwrecks. Alphabetical order means we're heading back to Clerkenwell in the northeast corner of central London. Here we find the Quentin Blake Centre for Illustration, the world's largest dedicated centre for illustration and the UK's only permanent home for an art form that shapes how we learn, communicate and tell stories. Off to Dover now, and perhaps unsurprisingly a maritime project. SailLink provides an opportunity for you to travel over to Boulogne in France under sail and on board a catamaran. It's a ferry, but not as we know it. More importantly, thanks to an arrangement with UK Border Force, customs processes are carried out at Boulogne. I make no comment about the joys of passing through the main channel ports at the moment. Now the maritime link continues, but once again we're back in London. Silver Raven, Tower of London River Tour, uses a purpose-built electric tour boat, well, a 39-metre hybrid electric catamaran to be precise, on a circular tour linking Tower Bridge Quay and Westminster. For our final nomination in the UK category, we head to Scotland for the Inverness Castle Experience. The building has never been a castle, but a court and a prison, and now, after a £39 million investment, it provides the base from which to celebrate the spirit of the Highlands. Well, now we move to Best Europe Tourism Project, and we start with the Carsters Trail. Hands up if you've heard of it. No? Well, this shows the benefit of nominating a project in the ITA. Now you have. This is a 103-kilometre cross-border hiking trail in Slovenia and Italy. To Limoges in France now, and we find the Cité du Cuir, dedicated to the art and craft of leather. A former wool washing factory, a tannery and a glove factory have been transformed into a living museum that's a hub for preserving traditional leather and glove making skills. Over to Eastern Austria, and we have Graz Uncovered, a new app that uses 9 GPS-guided audio tours to encourage visitors to explore away from the honeypot old town of Graz and into the neighbourhoods. The next project is in Bydgoszcz in Poland. It's the Hooting Attic in the new palace Ostromecko. Does the name give you a clue? The Hooting Attic is believed to be one of the world's largest collections of, wait for it, owl-inspired treasures. It's a hoot. Sorry. To the Baltic states now, and Klaipėda Castle Tower in Klaipėda, Lithuania. Decades of meticulous research, archaeological investigation and restoration by specialist craftspeople have reconstructed the tower, reconnecting visitors with more than 770 years of history. In the Algarve in southern Portugal is Lule Rural, a bespoke tour operation that aims to show visitors the often overlooked Barrocal region, the limestone environment between the coast and the mountains. The ITA often features a tourism project linked to wartime remembrance. This year, it's the Memorial Museum 39 to 45 in Calais. This well-preserved German bunker has only recently reopened, aiming to keep alive the memory of that dark period in France's history. Now, earlier we heard about illustration. Now it's the turn of photography, with the Nederlands Photo Museum in Rotterdam. One of the city's most exciting cultural attractions, the beautifully restored Santos warehouse, is now home to 6.5 million photographs, negatives and artifacts. Now to Ireland, where Ernest Shackleton's famous explorations and perilous journeys to the vast polar ice caps of Antarctica have been recreated. The Shackleton Experience is an €8 million imposing glass iceberg attached to a 300-year-old building in Athy in County Kildare. Our second hiking trail in this year's nominations is the Wolf Trail, a 3,500-kilometre route across 6 countries from Poland to Slovenia. The full route, offering a slow, memorable journey and opportunities to immerse yourself in local communities, takes 4 to 6 months. But good news, there are shorter sections to enjoy. Our final tourism project in the Europe category of the ITA is Troodos Observatory in Cyprus. Opened in July 2025, it was created to inspire, enthuse and educate the public about the wonders of the universe. It also addresses over-tourism, or the fears of over-tourism, by aiming to attract more tourists away from the coastal hotspots and up into the mountains. Well, that's covered our UK and Europe nominations. That leaves us with our third and final category, the Best Wider World Tourism Project. There are 5, and they're all superb. So we start in Brazil with the Casa de Farinha, the House of Flour. In 2025, this mill was reactivated as a tourism project to keep indigenous tools and methods alive, creating another income source for the 150-odd families in the community, in addition to agriculture. From South America to Asia and to the Cartier National Park in Vietnam, where we find the Cartier Ranger Patrol. This eco-tourism and conservation initiative combines wildlife protection with ranger-led experiences. I'm on slightly safer ground pronunciation-wise with our next nomination. The Maison Culturelle du Tapis is in Marrakech in Morocco. This museum, of the carpet, celebrates the history, knowledge and ancestry of Berber carpet weavers. Our penultimate nomination is the Museum of the Barmoon Kings, or as the nomination notes say, the Musée des Rois Barmoon. The museum building is modelled on the Barmoon symbols of a spider atop a 2-headed snake, the mouths of which act as the entrance and exit. And last but not least, we end our trail of nominations in India, where we find the Paradox Museum, Hyderabad. The museum features more than 50 interactive installations designed to challenge your perceptions and trick your senses. That rather sounds like a typical day for a guild member. And that's it. We've now seen all the projects nominated for this year's ITA, and what a mix there are. Thank you to all the members who took time to nominate. So now, it's over to you as a guild member to vote for your favourites. Go to the awards pages in the members section of the Guild website and follow the instructions. You have until the 31st of August. Thank you for watching. I hope as you take a closer look at this year's nominations in readiness for voting, you will gain some ideas and inspiration for your next trips. I wish you safe travels.